Ryan Bowen.
What's going on, man?
Welcome to Knuckles Up 2.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you making the trek all the way from down under to the big NYC.
Yeah, it's nice to be here, man. It's a big trip, but these sorts of moments are special.
Yeah,
so,
Well,
I'm grateful, man.
We really, really appreciate it. Obviously, I think the people have been wanting to see the infamous, the famous. I don't know where we're at now. Ryan Bowen is back, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He's at Knuckles Up 2 with a big match against a big opponent, Beck.
Yeah. A lot of people said to me that I was going to be much more significantly larger than him. But we've seen the dude in the flesh. He's not a small guy. I saw him spot on 100 kilos. The hand and wrist on him is thick. You can see the years of work that the man's done.
I've noticed it's not, his frame isn't huge, but he is built thick, real thick.
Yeah, like his wrist is impressive.
He's thick in the right places. So no, that's great. Well, once again, thank you so much for coming. But I have to ask, how do you feel currently? Because you saw that match with Kshevsky that he just had a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I know it was impressive. Yes, he lost, but the ability, that elbow of his seems like it's going to hold up to your top roll.
He lost that match, but I think that was what in the overalls. I mean, he'd pulled in his own weight category. And what I was super impressed with from him is that he's resilient match after match after match. I think he pulled like 4 or 5 wars before pulling Kshevsky and then had a war with him as well. So I think that I describe him as kind of the Korean Todd Hutchins, and the way that he pulls, the way that his side pressure resilience is so amazing. I don't see an easy victory in any way, shape, or form. If that man's wrist goes back, it's not over by any stretch. And I've seen a lot of people think the job's done. They get his wrist back, and they're like, okay, just wait it out. And next minute, their own biceps gassing.
He's
getting on it. So I'm really conscious of that going into this match, and my game plan is appropriately sort of ready for that. But I'm expecting some significant horsepower from Beck. I expect him to be really sharp on the table too. He's really he's had a lot of matches in the last 12 months.
His IQ is very high.
So his table IQ is going to be refined, and he pulled 3 weeks ago, and I was similar. I pulled 3 weeks ago as well, but I'm expecting someone who has really sharp instincts on the table and someone who is incredible in resilience and endurance.
Correct. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. And let me just ask, Knuckles Up 2 is your first time here. Any other matches that you're looking forward to on this card?
Man, well, without a doubt, the match for me is Jason Miller and Tom Holland. That's the one that I personally am just so curious to see what happen, and I say that because I have so much respect for Jason Miller's offensive top roll. I've never pulled him, but I think
that's Knuckles Up 3, maybe Knuckles Up 4. If we can get him to gain a little bit of weight.
Yeah, I've seen what he can do with that offensive top roll, and it's he's right up the top of his weight class when it comes to who's got the most dangerous pure top roll.
Sure.
I know he has a hook as well, but what he does with that low hand is really impressive. Now, counter to that, I have trained with Tom Holland, and I've never experienced anyone as effective as Tom Holland for containing my top roll. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is a collision of two guys that have the perfect style to counter each other, and they're just as their A games. And I think that I just don't know what's going to happen, and I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Obviously, he's one of our hometown heroes. So, Jason, if you're listening, I shouldn't be biased, but I'm pulling for you.
Well, I'll pull for Tom.
There we go.
He's in the Commonwealth.
There we go. It'll be even. There we go. But no, I'm very excited to have you here. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good match. Personally, if I had to put a prediction out for you versus Beck, I really think it's going to be a game of who lasts the longest.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all 5 rounds.
If I'm honest, I'm going to try to put it to the sword as quick as I can.
Of course.
Because, I'm not saying that. I guess what I'm saying is my game is not to find out who's got better endurance. Because I think that, if I'm honest, I think that's his game. I think under maximum contraction of a muscle, I think he can hold that longer than I can.
Sure.
A lot of I've been given credit by a lot of people for having great endurance, but I think my endurance comes through position and through efficiency, and creating traps, dead spaces, things like that. I don't think my endurance under maximum contraction is all that special. Where his really appears that he can go hard for 30 seconds straight, and you're like, not many people can maximum contraction
5-10 seconds max. Yeah.
Where he appears to just be able to just hold that damn maximum contraction forever. So I actually don't want to find out who's got the better endurance. I intend on putting him into that position, but once I get there, I don't plan on waiting. I'll really go for the kill if I get that wrist back. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, here's your second. Look to the camera. Tell Beck Sung-Yul that you're going to absolutely wipe the floor with him. No, whatever you want to say. You know, I'm sure our translator will let him know.
Yeah, look, Beck Sung-Yul, I am looking forward to this match. I expect this to be brutal. I don't think there's any easy way to win for either of us in this match. I think it's going to be the showstopper, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I got a habit of getting into showstopper matches, I think this one's going to be one.
That's it, guys. Grab the pay-per-view now. Ryan Bowen, Beck Sung-Yul, Knuckles Up 2. We'll see you later.
Beautiful.